G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I'm of course Acathlus, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Path of Champions in Legends Runeterra. We are going to be doing the 2.5 star weekly adventure today in the Shadow Portal against Swain, and we are going to be using Yasuo for this one. So this adventure is really interesting because on paper, at the very least on surface level I should say, the 3.5 star difficulty Kaiser obviously tells you that it should be more difficult because of the, increase in stars here. But if you actually take a look at the powers in itself, right, the Swain's powers are far more interesting or, potentially challenging as well compared to the Kaiser, at least in my opinion. Let me just quickly go over the Kaiser's powers real quick and then, we can compare that with the Swain's one here. So for Kaiser, we have the Creeping Chill with the round start, Frostbite, play a strong unit, and the Undying Rage. Each round the first time the foe's units would die, grant them tough, overwhelm, and fearsome instead. So really standard, right? This is the Ash power, this is the Tryndamere power. We have seen this before. It is fairly challenging, but obviously, nothing too severe, I would say. The Swain's power, however, is a really different animal entirely, because the Swain's power here are Mortal Marks. When any player summons a unit, set itself to 1, and Cutburst Bandits. The player loses 5 gold for each damage the foe deals to their Nexus. So this is a really challenging pairing, because first of all their units are going to set to 1 health, which is, another problem in itself. But the Cutburst Bandits in the process will also minus or deduct 5 gold from your total tally for every damage the foe does. And as we all know, the Swain can deal a lot of damage both, through combat or outside of combat with spells and whatnot. So obviously it's, really challenging, I would say. But I think the biggest problem here would probably be the Mortal Marks. We're gonna have to see how we deal with this, and I think for that reason alone, I'm gonna go with Yasuo. So the idea with Yasuo here is that we're gonna use Yasuo to potentially stun the board, and then use his ability to strike and hopefully clear up the enemy units and whatnot, because most of the units are gonna be set down to 1 health. The Yasuo should be able to strike for 2 damage, right? That means that's gonna counter that essentially. So the Yasuo should be able to strike that, kill the enemy units, and potentially, not only get the stat bar because of star powers, but at the same time be able to free up the board a little bit. That is the game plan here. So let's just go over the Yasuo build real quick. So we have a level 30 and 3-star Yasuo here. In terms of the star powers, we have the Follow the Wind 2, round start, stun the strongest enemy and never dull, +1 stunning mana when an ally strikes, grant it +1/+0. So yeah, these powers are exactly why I want to go with a Yasuo here. The idea is to have the Follow the Wind 2 stun the strongest enemy, and then if Yasuo's on the board, because his, I believe his card effect, if I'm not mistaken, he will deal 2 to a stunned enemy, or potentially when he levels up, he will just strike the stunned enemy. So what's going to happen is that he's going to get a stat buff from the Never Dull, which is great, obviously. But the most important thing here is we're clearing the board because, we stun the strongest enemy. Yasuo strikes, obviously, you put 2 and 2 together. So that's definitely what we want to do, essentially. Now, in terms of the champion level here on the Yasuo, we're going with a level 30 Yasuo, which means we have access to all 3 Relic slots, but we're only going to be using 2 today, and this is actually a strategic pick here. It's not a challenge or whatnot. I will go over it in a second. Forest Tank Nexus itself is also really important. I suspect this will be a fairly challenging encounter, a fairly challenging adventure. Game Start Droid Champion is always nice to have, that way we guarantee the Yasuo. But yeah, in terms of the relics here, we're gonna go with a Tempest Blade, a Crown Inheritance, and a Banshee's Veil. So Tempest Blade and Crown Inheritance is pretty much very straightforward. When I level up stun all enemies, we should be able to stun. Yasuo should be able to strike everything and potentially get the stat buff. So with the rally as well, we should be able to attack in the same turn. Really standard Yasuo build here. Now, here's the minor change. If you recall, I went previously with a, what is that thing called again? The Troll King's Crown. That way we can potentially use an Overwhelm and strike and, basically just wipe out the board. But we're gonna go with a Banshee's Veil this time. And the reason for that is quite simply because I suspect there will be a lot of spells. Remember, this is a Swain deck that we're encountering here. I believe along the way there's probably going to be a lot of spells as well. So that could potentially pose a threat to our Yasuo, who's going to be at 4-1 because of the adventure power. So the spell shield is more of an executive decision, or potentially a little bit of a strategic decision here to have the Yasuo survive a little bit better. Anyway, that is basically the game plan here. So let's go ahead and head back out. We're going to see how well we do into the Swain here. This is going to be a really challenging adventure. Alrighty, we're all loaded in. First things first, let's check out the map. This looks like the Thresh map, if I'm not mistaken. I'm really familiar with this map because I used the Thresh to grind for XP quite frequently. Swain is the final boss and Draven is the mini-boss. Okay, that is interesting. So let's hit the first power node here and see what we get. We get a Sorcery, Enfeebling Strike, and a Best Defense. Grow my health to match your power. Okay, this could be great because that could actually help circumvent that. So if we have like a 4-1 Yasuo on the board, we use the best defense we attack, the health will grow back up to match the power. So we're basically cancelling out the entire, you know, adventure power. That is actually really good. I'm gonna go for this. Really no-brainer pick here. Alright, so we're gonna head into the Spiderling. Right, so Will of Ionia, Concussive Palm, and Blastcone Seedling. We're probably gonna get rid of all these. Actually, we'll keep Concussive Palm. We'll get rid of Will of Ionia. No unit summon. I think we're gonna go with Seedling and get a impact. Let's grab a Blade Scout.
They'll never see me coming.
Oh, you bastard. Yeah, we probably should have attacked there first. I got a little bit greedy. That way we could have gotten the impact damage. That's on me, that's on me. We can't stun, obviously, but I don't think we're gonna do that yet. Let's go and just attack first. As you can see, we're recouping the health there with the best defense thing. Let's drop a Yasuo first.
Is a leap's only purpose to fall?
Alright, we're gonna block this guy. We're gonna use Concussive Palm and stun this fellow. At the very least, we can summon another unit. That could be decent. We don't need the draw as well. We need to be careful. I should probably add this. For those of you who are new to the POC or new to Yasuo, be really, really careful with playing too many Steel Tempests and potentially too many Navori Blade Scouts or the Shadow Assassin on your first game. Because I must remember, you are working with a limited number of cards, so it's obviously not great to draw too much. Alright, let's go Concussive Palm. We're gonna stun this guy. Already striking, which is great. Why didn't that... Oh, that's not a strike because that's a deal too. Okay. That's a deal too. So it looks like the strike will only be counted once Yasuo levels up, which is still good enough. I'm not, you know, it's not a bad thing. Let's attack you immediately. I don't want to play Shadow Assassin yet.
I face my fate. Your turn. Thrumming strings lead the dance.
Alright, let's go Concussive Palm here. Actually, no, let's pass the turn first. I have a better idea. Yeah, see, we're clearing the board, which is going to help us out a lot. Alright, cool. You can do that, it's fine. I know a way to secure victory. Yoni Wind Chaser, we stun these two.
Patience and virtue make a true swordsman. Destiny waits. Even I have good days.
It's not the end of the world, it's fine. What we can do is we can just stun one of these guys. It's not the end of the world. Like I said, it's not that big of a problem now because Yasuo's leveled up. We have the ability to circumvent the you know, the mortal marks here. So we're basically cool. All right, so we're probably just gonna drag this guy here, and we should be able to kill most of these here. Yep. Really nice. We have a free Nexus, we get the win. A little bit longer than usual, but it's still a win, so not complaining.
One step closer to redemption.
Alright, so we get Darkened Harpoon, Kai Guardian, and Ruination here. I think we might want to go with Darkened Harpoon. That could be decent. Phage +2/+2 and a draw 1. I mainly want to go with this for the Phage, but the Kai Guardian could be decent as well with the barrier. You know what? I think we'll go with the Kai Guardian. Might be better. Alright, let's head to the support champion here. Talia, Jace, and a Kayn. Okay. I feel like I want to go with a Kayn, actually. Kayn seems really, really good. Especially with the, you know, the focus and crystal. That could actually help us. Actually, you know, not just help us, but benefit the Kayn itself. Talia, however, probably not my best pick, you know, because the Talia isn't really synergizing that well. There isn't really anything that will help us here. Well, the vulnerable could be decent, actually. The Jace with a Shock Blast and the Forge of Tomorrow. I think we might just go with the Kayn, I feel. Kayn might be the best bet overall. We really don't need this, I think. Yeah, we definitely don't need landmarks. We'll go with Kayn. Alright, so we're gonna head into the Camavoran Soldier. Right, so I recognize Kayn as well as a higher health stat than the attack stat, so we're not really taking advantage of the mortal marks. Actually, we will, because the Kayn will reset down to 1. But essentially, I went with the Kayn because there was equipment there, and the equipment could actually, you know, buff the stats of our units, our key units, I should say. Alright, we're gonna keep the Kayn here. We're gonna get rid of Yone, Steel Tempest, and Kai Guardian. I really want a cheap unit. We get both our Yasuos and a Feyblade Twirler. Okay. Alright, I think we're gonna go barrier on the Seedling this time. That way we could block that guy. Whoa, that is not great. 10 damage on turn 1. I think we're gonna go with Faye here.
Don't let the fluffy tails fool you.
Alright, we're just gonna attack with the Faye.
Summon your own speed. Underestimate.
Let me see our first stun here, which is not bad.
Everyone's a garden.
Okay, I tell you what, we're not gonna bring on Yasuo yet. I suspect all these are gonna die, so we might want to keep this fearsome. Actually, the lifesteal could be decent as well, because we have the equipment. I really don't think we need elusive, I feel. It might sound like crazy, but I generally don't think we need elusive.
The dark beckons.
We're not equipped yet, I think. No, I think we will equip. That way we could get the keeper of the box, the stat buff, the lifesteal. But we're probably gonna get the recall of that item. No, we'll not do it. We'll probably equip Yasuo next turn. Might be better. Yasuo on.
Death is like the wind, always by my side.
Oh, fresh soil. My saplings.
Lodestone.
I face my fate. Your turn.
Whoa. What in the fuck? Hold on. How the hell did it... Oh, it must be ephemeral units have +3/+3. You are freaking kidding me. Well, at the very least, we have another Yasuo here, so it's not the end of the world. We lose one, but we need to be really careful moving forward. These two will die, so it's not, you know, not all bad. Let's see what happens here. Shark Chariot. I really don't want to play Yone here, because it's really a pointless thing to do. No, I tell you what, we can't play Yone next turn. I think there's an idea. Let's go to the Blade Scout first. We have a barrier, we can use that. We'll drop Keep off the box. Darken Lodestone. We'll probably buff this guy. That way we get a little bit more lifesteal that way. 4-2 lifesteal. So Yasuo isn't leveling up here, which is a little bit problematic. But if we win, we win, so it's obviously good. Okay, no unit summon, we're just gonna immediately get the attack. Right, I'm just gonna recall that guy. Actually, no, we'll play a stun. That way Yasuo will strike it. Not strike, but deal 2. I need to remember Yasuo deals 2 on the first level, not strike. Well, you know, the animation is more or less the same. That's why I keep calling it a strike. We're gonna go with Kayn here. And let's attack, we get the win.
But never escape.
I will regain my honor.
Alrighty, so we get a quick attack on Yone, Dark in Halberd Challenger, and Plunder with Spirit Portal. I think we're just gonna buff the Yone here. Now let's head to the shop and see what we get. Battlefield Training, render weakest ally +1/+1. That could actually help us circumvent some of that power, the adventure power. We're gonna go for it. In terms of the cards here, I really don't think we need anything necessarily. I don't really see anything I like, if I'm gonna be frank with you. So we're just gonna leave, and we're gonna head into the Mistwraith. Alright, Yone, Fae, Will of Ionia, and Navori Blade Scout. We're gonna get rid of Yone and Will of Ionia here. As long as we keep drawing Seedlings, it's gonna help us, because we can't play that on turn 1, and unfortunately we got a Kayn here. That is not good. I'd like a Yasuo, but Kayn, you know, probably can still work for us. We're gonna go Seedling and get Barrier first. Okay, I tell you what, I've learned my lesson from the first time. We're just gonna attack immediately, get the 5 damage. I think in the first battle, or was it in the second battle, we did not attack the enemy summon something, and unfortunately does not summon something anyway. So yeah, let's just drop the Feyblade Dweller, it's cool. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes you know, predict something, but it doesn't happen. Sometimes you don't predict something, and it essentially happens. You know, it's part of the game. Alright, we're just gonna end the round. Well, get at least 1 barrier unit here.
Quietly. Looking for theory.
Alright, I think we should still get the win. Seems easy enough because essentially we should have enough damage. That battlefield training is helping us out a lot, which is great. Alright, let's attack, let's see what we do. 14 damage, not quite enough, but I think we'll just grab it. We probably should have played Lodestone on the previous turn, but I wasn't paying attention there. It's alright though, we should still have the win in the next attacking turn. I want to attack first because we guarantee damage, but unfortunately it drains here. Or we can recall our unit, I think we'll do that.
Underestimate. I dare you.
Yeah, and the Fae here gets the buff as well, which is cool. We'll go with another Fae here. Sorry, our original Fae, I should say. We have to let that one die, unfortunately. We cannot really play anything there. And we'll just bring on the Yone, I think. Sorry, the Kayn.
You are the tool. I am the weapon.
Lies to ease your feeble mind.
Dark and Lodestone will just buff the Blade Dweller. Why not? We should still have the win regardless, so it's not really that big of a deal. Probably should have put someone last, but it's fine. We should still get the win. I'm not really too concerned about arranging at this point. Oh, not quite. Shit. So looks like we probably should have arranged there. Okay, that's on me. It's alright. We'll resolve. We drag out the battle a little longer, which is a little bit unfortunate, but like I said, could have been avoided if No, actually we still get the win. We have Shadow Step here, right. So let's just pick the gain and attack immediately. Wait, what? Hold on. Hold on. Oh, he challenges he starts a free attack challenge an enemy, so there's no enemy to summon. I'm an idiot. I am an absolute idiot. Yeah, I thought we had this one in the bag, and I'm slipping, I would say. I am fumbling up because I am too overconfident. Okay, it's cool. We should still be fine. I'm not in any potential trouble here. Let's just play Yone. We stun these two. We're fine. We are absolutely fine.
Now we've got the upper hand.
It can attack. We'll use these two Steel Tempests here and just stun them. It's cool. We're fine.
Here's our chance. Now we've got the upper hand.
Or just drop the keep off the box. It doesn't really matter. We have to win next turn.
Darkened weapon. Then I will take it as well.
Okay, this time let's actually arrange our units here.
Pick on some at your own speed.
Like so.
Here's our chance.
Doesn't matter. We have to win.
Drown in shadow.
Alright, first of all, I want to apologize for a little bit of sloppiness back there. It goes to show this game, right, essentially, if you get a little bit too overconfident, it leads to a slip-up, and one thing leads to another, it triggers a chain reaction. So, yeah, essentially, that's on me. I'm probably a dumbass there. I probably should have just, you know, arranged my units efficiently on that first attacking turn, and then attack, and then, you know, essentially close out the battle. But, you know, like I said, I'm a dumbass, and I just thought, you know, we had to win there, so I didn't really care. Again, I'm sorry. Anyway, let's go ahead and just grab a rush here, I think. Or do you want to go to Weaponsmith Apprentice? Arachnoid Sentry could be decent as well. I think Sentry could be better because we have a stun and a Colossal Hammer. Why not? This might be the best pick out of them all. Alright, so let's head to the shop. This is a Stilted Roadmaker, so we're gonna head to the shop, obviously. By a power, we get a credit cards cost 1 less. I'm not sure how this is gonna be helpful because I don't think we're creating any cards necessarily with the Yasuo here. I think what we're going to do is we might still pick it up. Could be useful if we can find a use out of it. I'm not really sure, but we'll grab it. Why not? Now, in terms of the cards itself, I see a buff to Steel Tempest. We're going to grab that. We really don't need a buff to Siphon. We don't need the Siphoning Strike necessarily. That's what I'm trying to say. So I think we'll just ignore that, I think. So let's go ahead and just head into the Draven here. Before that, right, we need to go ahead and, you know, deal with the healer first. I think we'll cut a card for sure. Let's see if there's anything to cut. Yone, Will of Ionic Concussive Farm. Actually, there's nothing to cut. All these are really useful. Alright, so I guess we're gonna keep all, keep all the cards here. We're just gonna grab the 0 health and then move on into the Draven, finally.
Welcome to the...
Alright, so we have to try to play very well here because Draven can be a big problem. So no more overconfidence, hopefully. Let's get rid of the Will of Ionia and the Yone, I think. We'll keep the Fae and the Blastcone Seedling. Alright, draw Yasuo this time, which is good. We'll go Seedling, we'll get a barrier. Draven's gonna come on here, which is perfectly fine. might need to find some way to kill the Trifarian if we want to stun the Draven next turn. There's probably no way to do so, unfortunately. We don't have Challenger. Well, the Kayn is Challenger, but he's 5 cost, so I guess what we're gonna go for here is probably another Fae.
Think you're fast? Cute.
Sharpen the blades, secure the kill.
And we'll attack here. Just all one, you know, 1 damage. And we kill the Draven, which is good. Really interesting choice of a block there.
Victory requires a sharp blade.
Now who's got the upper hand? It's killing time!
Not good. Not good at all. We're probably gonna lose a lot of units here, and I think we have to accept that. That is a reality that we cannot deny. Let's go at Blastcone Seedling, we'll go Barrier here, and then we'll probably use Steel Tempest to stun. We're definitely gonna lose units here. There's just too many on the board.
Oh, you are mine.
Time for the moneymakers.
Yeah, we take 2 damage that way.
Here's our chance.
Remember me. Damn it!
Okay, we might be able to clear the board here. I have an idea. Let's bring on Yasuo first.
Sleep is for the guiltless.
I need just a moment.
Alright, I have an idea.
Some things never dull.
This is gonna hurt for you. You suck.
Alright, we clear the board here. We attack with everything. Get the rally.
Destiny waits. No cure for fools.
Very nice.
One blade, one purpose.
And just like that, the balance has shifted. Now we're the ones in control. Very nice. Let's end the round. Here comes on here. He's gonna get stunned. Yasuo will strike. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Alright, Arachnoid Sentry will stun this guy.
Curse you.
We'll drop a Keeper of the Box here.
Terrible things lay inside.
We'll block with Yasuo. Oh, hold on. No, 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 no. I was nearly baited there. Good thing I caught that, because Thrashing Snapper here will get a+3/+0. Alright. So I don't think we might, I don't think we need to keep up the box already, because we should have the win next turn, and we definitely don't need the lifesteal anymore. So we definitely don't need to equip either. So I guess we're just gonna use this as a blocker then. I didn't want to block with Yasuo there because, even though we had the health advantage, I wasn't sure if we were able to, I just wanted to be safe.
Out.
Why play riskily when you can play safely and get the win? I think that's the motto that I like to use here when I'm playing games. Try to play the safest route possible and just get the victory. It could be the most boring route, but it's the most effective route. So for me, efficiency is probably the most important.
Move with purpose.
I will regain my honor.
Alrighty, so we have a Vampiric Scepter, Mana Deposit, and Locket of the Iron Solari here. I think we are probably just gonna go with the Yasuo buff, obviously, but we are gonna go with a Lock of the Iron Solari could be good because we can bring on Yasuo on the defensive turn and use that as a, use him to block essentially. Yeah, we'll go for him, why not? Alright, so let's head to the next power node. And we get a domination round start rally. That is great, we're picking that up. So it looks like we have no more defensive turns. Every turn is an attacking turn. Alright, so we have a Terror Emitter here as well as Zinneia. I think what we're gonna go for is probably Zinneia because I see an item chest, so we're gonna head down. Right, Fablade Twirler, Shadow Assassin, Kai Guardian, Keeper of the Box. I think we're gonna keep everything. And of course we draw a Cane. This game. We're just gonna win a Fae here.
Don't let the fluffy tails fool you. Try to keep up.
I get recalled here, which isn't fun, but it is what it is. We're gonna have to resolve that. Take 1 damage, unfortunately. I guess we're gonna go another Fae again.
Think you're fast? Cute. Yeah.
I'm just waiting on that Yasuo. Yasuo's gonna be a ticket here, but unfortunately we draw the Cane, which is really, really sad. And we get Yoni as well. That is not good. We'll go Shadow Assassin, see if we could draw the Yasuo.
Steady your heart. Find your beat.
We'll take the 1 damage, it's fine. We're reducing the cost of the Zinneia, which is kind of bad, but I think we don't really have a choice, I'd say. We need that Yasuo. The sooner we can get that Yasuo, that's gonna help us.
Underestimate. I dare you.
Finally.
So many out there, watching and waiting for you.
Right, we'll block this guy and we'll block this guy here. Yasuo on.
Follow the wind, but watch your back.
From shores to hills, we know every acre.
Yasuo has only 1 stun so far, which is a little bit sad. I guess we're gonna go Dark and Lodestone. We'll just buff the Yasuo. We'll attack with this. Hold on. Might be worth to swap things around. So yeah, let's not repeat our same mistake like the Mistwraith battle. Yeah, because this guy can attack because he's, he doesn't have quick attack or anything, he's just gonna die. Even though he will get a +1/+1 from Lodestone, right? Lodestone will give a +1/+1, I believe. Can't really see what a Lodestone does. I guess it will give a +1/+1. Actually, hold on, we can check Oracle Eye. What am I doing? Yeah, we definitely can check Oracle Eye. Which is far better. And I forgot we have the best defense. That's actually gonna help us. Okay. We'll attack with everything.
I do all right.
Invaders.
Okay, we're actually fine. We are fine.
Here's our chance.
So much lost.
I face my fate. Even I have good days. One step closer to redemption.
Alright, cool. So we escaped Zinneia there, which is really, really good. Zinneia could be problematic if she gets down to 0 cost, so I'm just happy that we escaped that there. Regen on the Arachnoid Sentry or Outer Horak with countdown 1 stun and get an extra mana gem. I think getting a regen on Arachnoid Sentry could be better. So, it's stun on demand, we don't need to wait for the countdown, so it's obviously, I think, in my book, a better unit. Alright, let's head to the item chest here. Mana Deposit and Radiant Plate Armor on Blade Scout is not what I want. Rally on Seedling might not be necessary because we already have the rally. Mana Deposit on Yone could be good, so we're gonna go for that. Well, let's head to the shop here. Buy a power, Vanguard Lookout. I don't think we need this, and this might be the last power node actually. I tell you, let's hit leave first, that way we can see what's ahead. And there's actually a shop here through the Arbiter of the Peak. I tell you what, Let's reroll 2 times here and reroll another 2 times here, and then we'll see what we get. Okay, enemies at -1, -0 is great. We're gonna purchase that, no question about it. That actually helps us a little bit, you know, reduce the damage of some of the enemies there. Now, in terms of the cards, I don't necessarily think we need anything, so we're just gonna leave. Let's head into the Mountain of the Peak, Arbiter of the Peak. Starry attack token, cool. Let's just hope we draw the Yasuo. We'll get rid of Yone, Shadow Assassin, and we'll keep everything else. Yasuo, please. Give us a Yasuo. Finally. Cool. Sealing on, we're going back.
I'll become who I was always meant to be.
Stay the path.
Just begun.
As long as we have Yasuo, you know, to summon, we should be fine. So we're not really too worried. And we also get a cost reduction concussive farm. That is really timely, really nice. Sunburst on that, a little bit unfortunate, but looks like we might be able to play some free units here. Let's go with a Blade Scout first.
Quietly. Gems are superb. Bad
Go another one.
Don't ask how I got it.
I don't think we need to stun that yet. Let's attack first. No, I think we'll stun it because it's at 0 mana. We should be able to get a, you know, more damage that way. And it, you know, we basically prevent it from attacking, which is good. Also on.
Sleeps for the guiltless.
Mystical levitation requires concentration.
Alright, let's go Lodestone on Yasuo. Obviously, we'll attack.
Never gets any lighter.
I think we'll spam attack with everyone. We should be able to get a lot of damage. I'm not really too concerned about whether it chooses to block or not, I think.
No cure for fools.
Actually, we should have buffed this guy. That way he goes top to a 5-4. Well, it's alright. It's not the end of the world, like I said.
What's that one? And that one?
Looking into the future, I see purple.
3-5. Okay, I tell you what, we'll attack with everything first. I have a brilliant idea. And if it works, it works.
Down from the trees.
I do all right.
Yeah, we have Spell Shield. That was definitely a good pick there. In earlier, I didn't know we were gonna face Arbiter of the Peak, but it's a good thing we had Spell Shield. We basically negate that damage. I suspect there might be something though. Okay, I tell you, let's see if we can bait out some. Let's see what it summons. What I mean by something is I suspect might have another kill spell on the fly. So we are filled up, you know, in terms of our hand right here. So we need to free up a little bit in case we kill the Yasuo dies and we need another Yasuo. Let's go with the Seedling first. Faye.
Don't let the fluffy tails fool you.
Oh, no unit summon. Okay, so we're just gonna end around and just immediately attack, get the win. Good thing we free up a hand as well. We draw another Yasuo there. Very nice.
My kind of lessons. One step closer to redemption.
Alright, so I guess what we're gonna go for here is probably another upgrade to Feyblade Twirler. It has been serving us, you know, very well quite lately, so we're gonna go ahead and pick that up. Now we're gonna head to the shop here. Obviously we're gonna purchase a power. We get enemies have -1, -0 again. I think we're just gonna pick it up, why not? Because we should not have too much, you know, trouble anymore. And I really don't think we need any cards necessarily. We don't even have enough gold anyway. So we're just gonna leave, grab the health here. Actually, we don't need to grab health. We'll probably cut a card. Again, I don't think there's any cards that we want to cut. We haven't really been adding too much to our deck. So I think we're just gonna, you know, proceed with what we've got. And we're gonna head into the Swain. Alrighty, so we draw Yasuo here, which is perfect. Let's get rid of Will of Ionia. We'll kick Concussive Palm and then the Blade Scout.
Explosives primed.
And we'll drop Blade Scout here. So basically negated some of the, you know, attack stats of some of these units, which is kind of crazy. We're gonna attack, obviously. Shadow Assassin.
The dark beckons.
Yeah, Death's Hand. So this was why I wanted to go with Spell Shield on Yasuo. I suspected there's probably going to be a lot of these in the Swain deck. It's cool.
Shadow.
Down from the trees.
Moving into sight. Damn it.
Oh, Swain's going to come on here.
Fear the power, not see.
I'm going to go with Yasuo.
I go where the road takes me.
Catch me if you can.
How tedious. I didn't see.
Alright, we should be fine. I don't think we're in too much trouble, I'd say. We're just going to immediately attack first because I want this guy to get his stat back up to full.
Down from the trees.
Well, not really full, but, you know, at the very least back up to a higher level. We can definitely stun here with the Yone, and I think we'll do that. We might even have to win this stun. That is insane. Yeah, let's do that. Why not?
Yasuo! Show yourself!
I follow only one path, my own. My kind of lessons.
Okay, so I think we're gonna stun again. We're gonna go Arachnoid Sentry and stun this guy. We should have enough damage here, more than enough actually. Another Grenadier, huh? Alright, so we still have enough mana, Concussive Palm, stun it, and attack again.
Run while you can. The dragon lives.
I will regain my honor.
Alright guys, so that is the run complete. So obviously, you know, the adventure itself is fairly challenging, don't get me wrong, with the powers and whatnot. And, you know, Yasuo is obviously a good pick into this one. That was basically the whole idea and reasoning why I went with Yasuo, because I know he was going to perform with the stuns and whatnot. So, yeah, it definitely helped us out a lot. But I think it's still a fairly challenging one. You might have noticed, you know, there was probably a few times, I think earlier on as well, it was before the Draven battle, it was a small little hiccup there, but it didn't really cost us too much. But essentially, I think if, you know, we went in with this one with a slightly lower level Yasuo, it could be a little bit problematic. It depends. But, yeah, either way, it was still fairly challenging, fairly fun. You know, I think, in my opinion at least, right, this might actually be more difficult than the 3.5 star. I haven't tried the 3.5 star yet. We're going to try that some of the time. But, you know, as things stand right now, the 2.5 star one currently is fairly interesting and quite challenging in my opinion. But, you know, still, let's not deny it. We definitely got some help in the form of, you know, the disarm and the domination. And, you know, of course, the Yasuo hold the win too. Obviously a stun. But all in all, it was a really, really interesting adventure. And I definitely think I want to do this again, if I'm going to be honest with you. I have an idea of, you know, what essentially essentially I want to use. It involves a Ravenous Hydra, because what I'm seeing, right, the Ravenous Hydra should be a really good relic to have here for potential board clears on the, you know, on this adventure. So it could definitely be the first time I'm going to use that relic, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. So yeah, we're going to see how that works, but for now we are going to end things here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this run, and if you did, consider leaving a like as well as subscribing. I really do appreciate that support, but most importantly, it's so that you don't miss future episodes or uploads of Legends of Runeterra or Path of Champions content just like this one. Now, I've also launched channel memberships here on the channel, so feel free to join. You can do so by hitting the join button down below, or potentially you'd like to find out more, you can read about it on the memberships tab on my channel page. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching as well as joining me on this one. This is Kevlar signing off. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.